Well, hello again. It is Thursday, December 21st. This is video number 3 today, thus the same shirt. So this is going to be the wrap up of my video for costs. So it won't be as long as the last one, I guarantee. Sorry about that. And I have not did figuring and deciphering so much in a 3-hour period than I have today. So this thing is going to drive me absolutely bananas. Maybe it's just me. All right. So I've made the land video. Cost of land. It ain't cheap around here. So that's posted. With a lot of extra junk too, sorry. It's just as things come into my mind, I'll go ahead and say them. Hopefully it'll help somebody. So our land had a partial house on it. 8 by 8. I think I said it was 15 high block walls. I was doing looking at some pictures and stuff. Maybe not 15 high, that might be. In the back it was pretty high, but I'd say maybe more like 10 in the front on the sides. But so it had that. It was 8 by 8, which is roughly 26 by 26. If you want to look at pictures of it, it's the third from the beginning video. Third. Not in chronological order because I didn't then and I still don't really know how to do this. So some of the newer videos got posted in front of the older ones. So you can go look at that thing, which, as one of my friends at work was eloquently described it as, it looks like a bombed out building. It's true, it does. Looks pretty rough. So first step after we bought the land was to get a roof on that. And the roof on that cost $5,820. That was for material and work. It's got I think he says, a 1 meter overhang and gutters, downspouts. With the downspouts, they make a well. They concrete in a well and do the drainage of that. After we did the roof, we had to finish the inside. Our thoughts were that we could finish the inside and we could actually live there while they did the extension. Didn't play out like that. Maybe towards the end we stayed in it on weekends and stuff. We never lived in it until the whole house was done. And so if you look at the video and see the pictures of the house, we changed a bunch. We knocked down some walls. We filled in some windows. We changed doors, filled in doors. It looked nothing like originally, like it looked whenever we started building into it. You can check those videos too. They're all there. I documented everything just so I can go back and look one of these days. So the cost to totally do all that work, finish the inside, and this is also getting permits, getting electrical permits, everything. It's all one happy lump sum. It was $21,800. Now that doesn't include the air conditioner. I put 2 air cons in that original area. I put 3 ceiling fans. That didn't come with it. Just the basics, all the tile work, cabinetry. and knocking walls down and moving stuff around. So total for that one 26 by 26 square foot area, I think it was 700 and something square foot. Anyway, 64 square meters. That's easier. The total was 27,636. Just the other day, my wife said, we probably could have just lived in this part. I love her. But it was very small. I wouldn't have been, nobody'd be happy living in that. I mean, it's just 2 little rooms. We would have had a little dining room, kitchen, bathroom. I mean, sure, we could have. I'm retired, man. I worked my butt off all my life. I want to get someplace that's going to be comfortable. And on that, again, through this paradigm, I don't do budgets. I know this is how much money there is. This is how much money I need to save for my emergency fund. So you can do all the little projects you want now. You might as well do it now so you can enjoy having me be dead next week. So just, you can buy whatever you need to buy till you get to this number here, and that's your emergency fund. Stop here. And on that note, everything I buy, the house, and I'm getting sidetracked a little bit, the house, the doodads, the automatic gate opener, ceiling fans, air cons, everything, I have come in under budget by $6,590. It's not bad. So I'm technically under budget right now. I got to buy doors though, since my incident the other day, so that'll come down a little bit, but I'll move on. So that was the original 26 by 26 house. 27,636 US for a metal roof, trusses, and the inside completed. So the extension, which is a mirror of the original behind it, 8 meters by 8 meters. And then it's a 2-story. So it'd be 128 total square meters, 64. Under roof. The garage is what it is. It's under roof. And my wife has pointed out that we could easily put a wall right there instead of a gate, and that'll be one big room. So I don't know how if you want to say I'm cheating by counting that area, but it's tiled, the walls are painted, it got electrical in it. And like I said, we're one wall away from having that just as a big room. And my wife has pointed that out more than once. So 64 square meters down, 64 square meters up. Maybe a little more because they had to compensate for the original house being cattywampus. This part's straight, the back of it's straight. Front of it had to make some corrections to keep it straight. There's videos of that too. So the cost of that, again, no ceiling fans, no air cons. Everything else was $69,240. That didn't include the gate on the garage, because actually the plan shows there's a carport. It included all the electrical fixtures, bars on the window that my wife needed, screen doors, Obviously windows and screens on the windows, bathtub. We upgraded the vanity in the master bath and the regular bathroom. We upgraded those. Those were extra charges. But, and I'll use this time to point out, if you build a 2-story, it is a heck of a lot more expensive, because you got 2 stories. I'm not an engineer. I think this is how it was explained to me. On a single story, you can use 10 millimeter rebar. And there's a bunch of rebar in these houses. A bunch. And then the footers, stay on my rebar point. I believe they used 1/3, 13 millimeter on the 2-story. So you got bigger rebar you got to use, and you got to pour like 2 floors, because the ceiling of downstairs is the floor of the upstairs, and that's concrete beams and everything. Plus the footers are enormous. There's videos of that too. Footers, I think I got 9 pylons in just in the extension. 26 by 26 square foot footprint. It's massive, because you got a 2-story and you got all the weight of all the concrete. Okay, so if I would have did it again, I would not do a 2-story. Plenty of room, could have just spread this dude out on the ground. So that's one thing that I would have changed. No 2-story. I could have saved plenty of money. Also too, is your electrical. I don't have a ground around in my electrical outlets. I didn't even really realize that until we were deep into the project. Like I say, I was over the United States. I was coming for a month, going back, and I never caught it. And not good. I put GFIs in the bathrooms. We did change those out, so I got GFIs in the bathrooms, but the rest of the house, I mean, I got shocked holding my microwave one day. I went to move it and I got shocked. So I was barefooted. I don't know what exactly they're doing now, but they're obviously using power tools. On that note, also, I am enjoying free air conditioning now, because my battery's at 100% and it's sunny outside today, and I figured I'll just do an experiment. I have one more half hour of run the AC, and I run the 1 horsepower for an hour and a half and see where my battery goes and see if it recovers before nighttime. It's just a side note. You can ask me how that worked out later. Okay, so that's the houses. Total for the houses, finish the front one, build the back one, $96,870 for the houses, for the house. That's one house. $96,876 for a complete livable house. Like I said, we had to put the ceiling fans, air cons. Actually, we did the range. Of course, refrigerator never comes with the house. So those are the numbers. $129,182 for the land. $96,876 total for the houses. Comes to $226,870 $58.14. Now, I don't know that 58, these are approximates. So now that's the best way to do it for me, because I can live with that number. Land was expensive, $129,000. That's a lot of money. House, $96,000 for a house. This ain't going nowhere for a long, long time. It's a heavy-duty house. So that's the numbers. Now, if you want to get me depressed, we go into all the extra stuff. The stuff that probably didn't really need to have now, or didn't need to do it like I did it. But again, I have the money available, so might as well spend it. This is where it gets expensive. And I don't know how people do these things either. I don't know if this is the right way to do it. I mean, I bought a new blender too. I'm not going to throw that in there. So I'm just going to throw it out, just put the numbers up. So we have a fence. It's a hollow block fence. It has a post every 3 meters. And it's 372 foot of fence, not including gates, 4 feet high. It's the original. And that was $22,727. That was the original. That wasn't going to cut it 4 foot high. I don't know where I got 6 foot. I think where I got 6 foot is because it's 2 feet in the ground. They dug out, I got video of that too. They dug out the whole trench, the whole 372 feet of it. They dug it all out. Put footers every 3 meters. We're 2 foot down under the ground, and it's 4 foot high. Well, I don't even know why you do that and leave it like that. I mean, it's a 4 foot high fence. I can keep my midget pony or something in the yard. I guess that'd work, but it's not gonna keep anybody out. So we had to add on. And those add-ons, which almost doubled the size of the fence in some places. I guarantee it's 7-8 feet in the front. And then all the gates, including 2 people gates, sliding gate in the front, and the gate for the garage. And then all the added block we added feet of block high. That came to $11,820. So I'm not going to bust out my calculator, but basically it's about $34,000 for the gate, all the gates, all the fence high, 6-8 feet high, except for one area back by the CR. It's probably only about 5 foot. I'm told we're going to be addressing that. So that's $34,000. That's a lot of money, but it's something that we wanted to secure our house. I mean, we're out here in nowhere, middle of nowhere. So, and then with the fence, we didn't plaster the outside originally because just costs. Let's hold off and just see where we're at as we get things done. So we just had them do that last month or last couple months. That was $920. They did the front face. They didn't do the outside of both sides and the back. So those are all finished now. I had rebar exposed, and I had to protect it, so protect the fence. So for another $920, we covered all that up. And then for my drive out here, which I don't know if you watch the videos, it's got a retaining wall, probably roughly 3 feet, maybe 4 feet retaining wall. They had to build the retaining wall all around the drive, filled in, packed it, rebar, concrete. I'm guessing around 30 by 30. And that cost $3,000, $3,069. I mean, they got drainage in it and everything else. I was surprised at that cost. I was thinking twice that much. I'm just, used to the United States, but I was thinking that was going to be twice as much because that was a lot of work. And then one more, dealing with the front gate. So we had a ramp. My wife wanted a ramp going up to the front gate. We had that built. We also had them dig a canal in front of the fence, and it's concrete. They concreted it in the canal, and then they had to build grills to go, so we could drive over it. And that came to like $327. Then we got 5 loads of gravel to go in between the 2 drives, and in front, little car parking pad, place to park in front. And they packed it all. I need more, actually. I got too much dang grass growing through. I can't stand it. That was $504. So page 1, which has nothing to do with the land, came to $170,786. That would be the house completion and all those things I read off. That's page 1. Unfortunately, I got a page 2 also. So my wife, this is Providence. We would wake up one day and have a cow in the backyard behind our fence. We've had pigs back there too. So goats, things just kind of wander. So my wife didn't like that. So we did a barbed wire fence. Now our lot from the street to the back of our lot is right around 500 feet. It's a narrow lot, but it's deep. So I can get the numbers if somebody really wanted them. So the barbed wire fence is the long one. It starts at our fence, the back of our fence here, and goes clean over the hill, down to the creek, goes across, and then back up. And I'd watched them, they dug a meter deep, each post, and put concrete in it. So I watched them do it. I mean, I was thinking, good Lord, they've been back there for a week. What are they doing? And I went and watched, or saw the holes they were digging. I mean, there's some rocky soil back there. So it was $1,369 for the barbed wire. It's 5 rows of barbed wire. And then we had them add some drains, and they also did under the soffit of the house, the footprint of the house, we had them do a walkway, so that if it was raining, you needed to go around the house, you can stay somewhat dry. That was $690. And then my workbench. I know I've showed that thing way too much, but golly, I love it. It was $490, and it's a sturdy one. That's with the grills, all concrete. And the ceiling in the garage that I had added recently with the lights in the outlet, $626. Then Mama's laundry room, which is something we could have absolutely lived without. But then again, it's something that would make our life more comfortable, and we could afford it at this time. So the laundry room was $5,636. More than I thought, based on a big old concrete slab being poured for $3,000. I didn't think a little laundry room was going to cost. I mean, it's 12 foot by 12 foot. It's got, you know, the metal roof on it, the same roof we got on our house. It's got 3 trusses on it. And it's got those jealousy windows going in, which I think that's where a lot of the price was. It's got a gutter on it. It's got 2 downspouts, electrical, drains. It has water. So yeah, $5,636, but it's going to be so nice. It's our laundry's going to be out there. Our washer, dryer, all the associated stuff with laundry is going to be outside. It's going to free up more room by where the dirty kitchen's at. And instead of going down there fighting mean, furious red ants that are running across the clothesline and hanging clothes up, I can walk right outside there, hang them up for my wife, or she can do it. And like she says, we can, you know, a lot of the clothes you'll just leave hanging out there. They'll dry, and it's 48 foot of hanging rods. So, okay, I tried to justify that the best I could. It was expensive. All right, so the motor for the gate, the front gate, you know, you don't want to be in the middle of a monsoon, fiddle farting with 2 locks to try to get in. You got to undo the people gate, get in, unlock the gate for the slider, open it, and you're absolutely soaked by the time you get back in your vehicle. Move forward 10 feet and do it all over again. So, remote control motor is on the way. It's $1,000. It's well worth it. And then we got solar, which was $9,091. And everything I'm using here is based off of 55 pesos per dollar. So the solar is fantastic. I'm so glad we got solar. Right now I'm sitting in an air-conditioned room. Ain't costing me jack. It's all free. Well, it costs $9,091, so I guess it's not free, but you get the point. Okay, I'll move on here. We're getting too long. So, and then the CR, we had a CR built outside by our Caboo, $392. Then we didn't have to, but like I say, the water gets shut off here every night, 8 o'clock, 4, 5-ish, 6-ish, around there. Every night it goes off. So we got water tanks, we got a pressure pump, or a pressure tank, we got a pump, we got a generator. They hooked all that stuff up, built boxes for them with grates so they're all secure, $445. And then the Caboo we got out back, that was used and delivered, was $545. And then we did the Caboo rehab to redo the roof, $218. So far to date on all our projects, And this is everything, so it's going to be, I think, convoluted. And if we wanted to get into totals, like I say, we got 5 air conditioners, got ceiling fans in every room. We got blinds we put in. We got security doors that we added. We got solar lights outside we added. So I'm not even getting into none of that stuff. So I laid it all out. And like I say, we're looking at $226,058 for the house that was contracted to build. And we probably dumped another 100 into it, various things. I mean, are you gonna kind of kaboo into the cost of a house? It's not necessary. So the number I'm going with, $226,058 for a, darn it, I had it somewhere, for a 2,750 square meter lot and a house, God darn it. It's about 2,100 square foot under roof. Like I say, that's including the garage. 2,100 square foot. So there it is. If you want to know how much the fixtures and the air conditioners and the ceiling fans are, we got all that. The range, we got that. My reverse osmosis system, I got numbers on all that too. But I am about as depressed as I can be because I'm looking at about $320,000 that I've spent on this land so far, and that's not even touching everything. So I hope this helped. And it is what it is, and I am $6,590 under budget. Take care. Have a good one. Thanks. Good Lord, this is 32 minutes long. I don't even know if it will update or if it'll upload. We'll give her a shot. Take care. Hope you enjoyed.